Welcome to the Common Man Football Show. My name is James Coburn, and today's episode, we're going to be talking about Jameis Winston versus Marcus Mariota.
There can be only one.
And we're doing a versus series, you know, this prospect versus this prospect. And I felt like it was perfect to get this, somebody who watched one of my videos left a comment that they wanted to see Jameis Winston versus Marcus Mariota. So I'm giving it to you. And how are we going to do this? Well, we're going to do this with analytics. Again, this is very much an analytics video. So film junkie people, although I would like to do a film review, I just don't have the resources right now to do that. But as far as data, I can give a pretty clear picture in terms of who's winning right now in the Marcus Mariota-Jameis Winston fight. And that data is we're going to look at what they did at the high school level and the college level when it comes to their production. Their production scores, at least at the high school level, their touchdown to interception ratio, their completion percentage compared to their peers in high school leads to a score, and each one of them have been scored since the 2007 NFL draft class particular. So it's about 6,000 plus players in this sample that gives the score that it gives them. Then we're also going to look at their college production, which does the touchdown to interception ratio plus the completion percentage, but it adds a layer of strength of schedule to kind of show how good they were for the schedule that they faced in terms of their production. So we're going to look at that, and then we're going to look at what they did at the NFL level, which is pretty self-explanatory. It does the same thing as all the other production. We're looking specifically at the touchdown to interception ratio, the completion percentage at the high school level, the college level, the NFL level, and at the NFL level we'll be looking at things such as yards per attempt, adjusted yards per attempt, quarterback rating, all that other kind of stuff. So with that said, and how we're going to do this and how we're going to weigh, let's get to the list of who will win the Marcus Mariota versus Jameis Winston analytics/data battle. So starting out with Marcus Mariota at the high school and college level, his high school production score was 88.69 out of 100, which is super impressive. Mariota's high school production score hits all the thresholds that you're looking for a potential Pro Bowl quarterback. On top of that, his college production score is a 98.92 out of 100, which is crazy good. It's ridiculous. I mean, a 98.92 out of if a quarterback gets a 90 out of 100, you're talking about a quarterback with all-pro potential. Mariota had a 98.92. So his touchdown to interception ratio, completion percentage, and how good that was for his strength of schedule is by far one of the best since the 1958 NFL draft class. So Mariota on paper has all the hallmarks of a Pro Bowl to All-Pro player based on his high school and college production. And that's really, really good. But is it better than Jameis Winston? We'll see. Then we get to Jameis Winston's high school and college production scores. Jameis Winston had a 92.80 high school production score, which hits all the levels you're looking for in terms of Pro Bowl, All-Pro potential. He is at least 4 points ahead of Marcus Mariota when it comes to this particular metric. And again, all you have to do is hit the threshold. But so far, Winston has a very good high school production score, has a score indicative of a Pro Bowl player. And on top of that, his FBS score, or at least his production score at the FBS level, was an 88.96 out of 100, which hits all the marks you're looking for. With the exception of the All-Pro mark, it's about 1.04 points away from hitting the All-Pro threshold, really just sitting at the Pro Bowl threshold. So for the most part, though, when you look at this, when you look at the numbers on paper, you have a potential Pro Bowl quarterback here. That's what you have when you look at his high school production and his college production. So all those marks are pretty much hitting where he needs to be, and it's just a matter of what he's doing in the NFL right now. So that's the next step. Obviously, right now, I would say Mariota has the edge when it comes to his college production being significantly higher than Jameis Winston's. But let's see what they're doing at the NFL level to see who's bettering who when it comes to stats at the NFL level. At the NFL level, when it comes to their production, starting with Marcus Mariota, it hasn't been the best. They've been kind of typical rookie quarterbacks. The third year is going to be pretty big for Marcus Mariota, but so far in his career, his total QB stat score has been a 72.19 out of 100 in 2016 and a 64.21 out of 100 in 2015. So he's been above average, which is a good thing. He's not exactly been elite, but he does have lots of positives when it comes to his score. And there are some reasons for why his score hasn't really been the greatest. I mean, he's not exactly had the best wide receivers ever on the Tennessee Titans, and this is a year in particular where they added a lot of offensive weapons in Corey Davis and Taywan Taylor in the draft, and of course they also added Eric Decker, who is a little long in the tooth, but he's still a pretty solid wide receiver. So there's lots of things that they're putting around him wide receiver wise that could improve this year. So he's not exactly a top 5 quarterback yet, stats wise, but he does have a lot of positives, obviously being an above average quarterback for all of his career. From his rookie year to his second year, he has gotten better. And it's just a matter of what he does in year 3 that will say a lot about him at the NFL level for Mariota. And of course, with Jameis Winston at the NFL level, it hasn't been the best. His NFL total QB stat score was taken into account all the statistics. From touchdown interception ratio, completion percentage, yards per attempt, average yards, adjusted yards per attempt, quarterback rating, all that stuff. He was a 41.14 in 2016 and a 43.82 in 2015. So he's pretty much been below average in every single year that he's been a quarterback in the NFL. And this is another number that can improve, but the one thing I can say is it hasn't been because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers haven't been trying to put weapons around Jameis Winston. You know, from the get-go of, you know, for the most part, he's had Mike Evans, and of course they had Austin Seferian-Jenkins. Didn't really work out, but this, of course, is another year where they added a lot of wide receivers, Chris Godwin, Deshaun Jackson, and we have to wonder what will happen this year based on his statistics. So ultimately, who is the winner between Marcus Mariota and Jameis Winston? And I think it's pretty clear there can only be one, and that one is Marcus Mariota. When it comes to just his college production, which is a big one, he has all-pro potential with a 98 plus overall score, while Jameis Winston only has a Pro Bowl production score of 88. Or higher when it comes to about 88 plus when it comes to his score. So from the very get-go, from the very beginning, Marcus Mariota had an advantage over Jameis Winston. But then you go to the actual NFL production, you know, when you're playing with the big boys. And when it comes to playing with the big boys, Marcus Mariota has been an above-average quarterback consistently in his NFL career from his rookie season to his sophomore season, while Jameis Winston has been pretty much an average quarterback to actually below average quarterback in terms of the majority of statistics for his entire NFL career up to this point. And this will be a very interesting year to see what happens, obviously, to see if Jameis Winston maybe leapfrogs Marcus Mariota with more weapons being put around him, or if Marcus Mariota just continues to get better and then ultimately turns into a top 10 to top 5 quarterback this year with more weapons around him. But based on the data, based on the statistics, one quarterback in Marcus Mariota has been just head and shoulders above another quarterback in Jameis Winston. And it was that way at the college level, and so far it's been that way at the NFL level from a data perspective. And I do know that there's fans about Jameis Winston, and you know there's still that debate raging on about who's better, all that kind of stuff. But I would just say that from a data perspective, purely from a data perspective, the quarterback that has the better potential to be a all-pro quarterback is Marcus Mariota. And so far, the quarterback with the better statistics at the NFL level has been Marcus Mariota. And because of those two main things, there can only be one, and his name is Marcus Mariota. So again, my name is James Coburn. You can find my work at draftcoburn.wordpress.com. You can also follow me on Twitter at Geometrics. And if you like this content and you want more content like this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Share this video as well with anybody that you know. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Peace. And let me know, who do you think is the better quarterback, Jameis Winston, Marcus Mariota? Because I always like to hear stuff like that. Again, it's data, guys. Don't take it so seriously sometimes, I guess. I mean, Jameis Winston could come out this year and have a much better season. Marcus Mariota could come out and have and continue to have a better season. But we'll see what happens in the future. It's just based on data. Marcus Mariota is just better. So things can change in the future. But just let me know, who do you think is the best quarterback in the comment section below. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Peace again.